Moving on, a big relief for Thai Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha. Thailand's top court has ruled that the Prime Minister is not guilty of the conflict of interest for staying in an army residence years after leaving the military. The kingdom's 9-member constitutional court ruled that Prayut's status as Prime Minister entitled him to live in the house, even though he stepped down as the army chief in 2014. The court said that his stay was in line with the army's rules and that the safety of the Prime Minister and his family is the government's priority. In his ruling, the head judge said, and I'm quoting here, the status of General Prayut Chan-o-cha as Prime Minister and Defence Minister remains unchanged. This means that Prayut Chan-o-cha continues to stay in power. This brings a sense of relief for Prayut, who currently is under immense pressure from the months-long student-led protests. The protesters demand his resignation, a call that the Prime Minister has time and again rejected. Now, right as the judgment was being read out, a group of pro-democracy protesters gathered for a fresh rally in northern Bangkok, and as per regional analysts, the verdict will further intensify the ongoing protests. Thailand's main opposition party had initiated this legal challenge. They filed a complaint saying that Prayut had broken the law by continuing to live in his military residence even after he retired as the army commander 6 years ago, and if held guilty, this case was strong enough to have Prayut Chan-o-cha's and his cabinet thrown out of power. We're now being joined by Matthias Peer, our Southeast correspondent from Bangkok. Thank you so much for joining us. Prime Minister Chan-o-cha has been under immense pressure, as you of course know, but this ruling comes as a relief. What can you tell us about this?
Yeah, it has definitely been the biggest challenge to Mr. Prayut's power since he came to office, and also since the widespread anti-government protests started a few months ago. As you said, the court today decided whether or not he could stay in his position. The case was about his private residence inside a military compound. The opposition said he was living there for free of charge, and they said this was a violation of ethics clauses in the constitution, because the constitution forbids actually for government representatives and for ministers to receive any kind of special benefit from state agencies. And the opposition said getting accommodation for free, that's certainly a very big benefit he received there.
Yes.
Yeah, he argued that he has to stay there because of security reasons, and not surprisingly, the Constitutional Court followed his argumentation there.
All right, and as per analysts, this ruling may intensify the ongoing unrest. What can we expect going forward on that front?
Yeah, definitely the pro-democracy activists, they are not happy with this ruling, although most of them have expected that, because they have been accusing the Constitutional Court in Thailand for a very long time to be not exactly fair and balanced. They see the Constitutional Court as one-sided and trying to help the establishment of the military and the current government. The pro-democracy activists, they, in recent history, they can remember quite a few cases where their side has lost in front of the Constitutional Court. Just a few months ago, the main opposition, or one of the main opposition parties, was dissolved by the same court. One of the most popular opposition politicians was banned by the Constitutional Court from politics. And so protesters really feel this court is not really protecting their rights and interests. And so today they're also protesting against the court itself in Bangkok in a big rally that is happening currently with thousands of protesters joining today as well.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us with all those details.